Welcome back to KP's Kingdom, Cooking with KP, and today I'm going to show you how to make these amazing crispy beef empanadas with a really nice tangy sauce to go along with it. Really simple to do, really easy, and they taste amazing. Right, I'm going to start off making my sauce. Now, here I've got some yogurt, and I'm going to add in about 2 tablespoons worth of ground basil paste, and around about a teaspoon's worth of coriander paste that's going in, and about 2 teaspoons worth of dried parsley. You can use fresh if you can get it. Alright, just give all that a bit of a mix through and add just a little dash of red wine or malt vinegar. Alright, just to spice things up. Now, another way you can get around this, if you don't want to have yogurt sitting around forever and you don't know what to do with it, just buy a tzatziki dip. That will work perfectly. 1 chorizo sausage, I'm going to chop that up like that, and just nice little chunks just to make it a little bit more manageable for my food processor. So we're going to add that into there. We're going to crumb that chorizo up. Just give it a blitz for about 30 to 40 seconds or so until we end up with a nice little chorizo crumb like that. Right, so far so good. Okay, here I've got 1 medium-sized onion which I have finely diced. Right, I'm just going to put that straight into a saucepan, maybe a little touch of oil, and we're just going to cook these down until they sort of go a little bit translucent. I actually want a little bit of colour on these for that extra bit of flavour. As you can see, I'm getting that little bit of brownage happening on my onion. Alright, once onion is cooked to the way you like it, there's no rules for this one. You just simply gather it all up and put that aside into a bowl. Really simple to do. Now, as I said, I want a little bit of toastage on mine. If you don't like that, don't cook it like that. Add in your chorizo crumb that we've just made. That can go straight in. And I was really surprised. This chorizo was not really oily. Normally they are. So just cook those off until we've got a bit of brownage happening on there, a little bit of colour, and that chorizo is going to be cooked again. So don't worry if you don't think you've cooked it long enough. It's going to get a second chance at cooking school. Alright, a little bit of oil into a pan. Right, we're going to get a bit of medium heat. 500 grams worth of ground beef or beef mince, and I use an 80-20 blend. It's great for burgers. It's great for anything you do. It's got a nice amount of fat in there. Now what we want to do is get a nice bit of colour on this mince. So I just sort of put it in, let it sit for a bit, give it a bit of a stir, crumb it up, let it sit for a bit. I don't want a lot of moisture coming out. Right, what we're going to do now is add our onion and chorizo mixture. We're going to put that straight back in with all that beef mince, just like that. Give that a bit of a stir. Okay, now we're going to start getting our flavours going. A little bit of salt. I'm going to also add in about 2 teaspoons worth of ground cumin. Right, and I'm also going to add in about a teaspoon's worth of vegetable stock powder. Okay, use the vegetable stock powder that you want to. I use the 100% vegan version because it just tastes great. 2 tomatoes finely diced, just like that. Right, and yes, fresh tomatoes, that's going to go in. We're basically going to make our own little salsa in this. Right, this little magic mixture here contains around about 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 1.5 teaspoons worth of sugar, 1/2 teaspoon's worth of paprika, and 1/2 teaspoon's worth of garlic powder. Alright, so we're just going to add all of that in, give that all a good stir, get all of those spices and all of those flavours all mixed together really, really well. We've turned our heat down a little bit. We don't want to start burning things. If it looks a little bit dry, add a little dash of water. Just be careful, don't add too much. You can always add a little bit more water, but it's really hard to take it away. Right, give that all a good stir. Once again, I'm going to cook that for about 5 minutes or so. I'm going to get rid of or add any of those little crumbs that I might have left in that bowl. Here I've got some short crust pastry, and I'm going to make little rounds. I'm just going to cut these into, out of one sheet, I can get 4 of these little rounds using a prescribed size. I think it's about 125 millimeters in diameter. Right, we're going to add in some of our mixture. Don't add too much. And we're going to fold these in half, just like that. No real rocket science, and I'm just using a frozen store-bought short crust pastry. Interesting tip or interesting hint, the very first pastry I ever made at the age of 7 years old was short crust pastry. Right, I'm just going to give these a nice little bit of a crimp, just like that. Just grab a little piece, give it a pinch, give it a twirl over to one side, and we'll end up with this really nice little decorative edge. Right? It's not a hard thing to do. A little bit of practice, take your time, and you'll end up with these beautiful looking little shapes, just like that one is there. Okay, should look something like that. Alright, continue with all of the rest of them. Right, just like I'm doing there. Now remember, don't overfill your little empanadas, otherwise it's very hard to get them to close properly. So I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to make quite a few of these, and there we go. I've got all my little empanadas ready to go. Right, I'm going to give these a bit of colour, a little bit of egg wash. So it's just a little bit of beaten egg. You know, add a little splash of milk if you want to. Depends on how much colour you want. If you want a real rich colour, don't add the milk. Give those a little bit of a brushy brush. Now our oven is going to be already sitting at around about that 200 degree mark. I do prefer to cook these at 180. That way they don't end up being too crunchy. They just take their time and the inside warms up just really nicely. So anywhere between 180 and 200. Put those in. They're only going to take around about sort of 20, 35 minutes. Thereabouts, anywhere between there. When they look like that, they're pretty much done. Right. Love to see you try and make these ones at home. They are really easy to do. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. If you like this video, hit that like button. Gives me confidence. Should make you feel warm and fuzzy too. Don't forget to hit that notifications bell. You'll be notified every time a new video goes up. And please share this video with all your friends on all platforms of social media. We are trying to get the KP's Kingdom out there, of course. Don't forget to leave a comment. I love reading, love responding to them. In the meantime, if you want to learn how to make a really nice little finger food dish like this one, well, you need to come and join the family. My family. Hit that subscribe button and you'll never miss another one of my videos again. Off to eat my crispy beef empanadas and a beautiful yogurt sauce, and I will catch you next time. Bye.